everyone, so today I am so excited to do this foundation routine video for you guys. I have been using this foundation since last February, so it has almost been a year, and I cannot believe that I haven't done a foundation routine using this foundation and these products for you guys until now. Like, I can't believe it, because if you recall, before that, I feel like I was doing a new foundation routine every month. I switched up my foundations like most people change their clothes. I was always changing my foundations, looking for new foundations. I have tried so many foundations. So when I found the one that I'm using now, it was like I've stuck with it for almost a year now, and so many people have been requesting that I do a foundation routine tutorial for you guys. So I wanted to show you guys how I do my foundation every day. I really like all the products I'm using in this foundation routine because they're all very versatile. If you do not have oily skin, I'll tell you alternatives that you can use if you have dry skin, or if you don't have as problematic skin and you don't need as much coverage, I'll tell you, things that you can use if you don't need as much, So I really am excited to show you guys this. I know it's gonna be a pretty long video, but what else is new? All my videos are pretty long. And I just wanna go ahead and let you guys know that in a couple minutes, seconds, whatever, you guys are gonna see me without absolutely no makeup on, and you know that my skin is my biggest insecurity. I am super self-conscious about my skin. I don't have perfect skin. I'm not trying to hide that I don't have perfect skin, but it's kind of hard for me to come on camera and show, possibly the whole world, whoever wants to log in and see this video, me without absolutely any makeup on. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking for me, but I feel like this is the only way for me to really show you guys how I do my foundation routine. It's not the same if I'm just like, okay, and then take this product and do this. So this is my foundation routine, and I'll also be showing you guys how I keep my skin matte throughout the day, because you know that I have really, really oily skin, and I don't like that. So throughout the tutorial, I'll be telling you, I use this to help keep my skin matte throughout the day and stuff like that. And I have to say that I have been testing out products for a really long time. It's part of what I do. I'm addicted to trying new products and everything like that. And I finally have the perfect concoction of a couple different products that I use that I think really give my skin the results that I need. I don't have perfect skin, and I like that after I have my foundation on and everything, I'm not, embarrassed of my skin or anything like that. I'm very proud, and I have been working on a new skincare routine trying to find my perfect products, and so my skin is looking a lot better than it typically does. So this is like me with good skin. I also know that I do use a lot of products, so a lot of people are gonna be like, wow, you really pack that on your skin. But it's the way that I feel more confident, and it's what I use. So if you want to use this, great. If you don't, then you don't have to. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into the tutorial. All right, so as you guys can tell, I do have some active breakouts, but I also have a lot of acne scarring. So like over here on this side of my face, only 2 of these are active breakouts. All the rest of this discoloration is acne scarring. Over here, I don't have any active breakouts. It's all acne scarring. I might have a few active ones on my chin, but those are all acne scarring. I have really bad scarring on my forehead, on my nose. So I really like to even out my skin tone, and I also have very oily skin. So the first step in my foundation routine is actually the most important for keeping my skin oil-free throughout the day. And I've been using this for about 2 months now, and a lot of people have even commented that my skin does not look as shiny and as oily and as greasy as it does sometimes in my videos. And trust me, I use blotting papers before I come on camera. I use, powder, everything like that to try to keep the shine down, but I just have very oily skin. And this is the Skindinavian No More Shine Makeup Finish Spray, and I love this. I've been using this, like I said, for about 2 months. Absolutely love it. I will not put my makeup on without it. So what I do is I spray it 2 times before my makeup and then 2 times after I do my makeup. And this is going to not only hold my makeup on for up to 16 hours, which it actually does. My mascara and eyeliner, I don't know why it is, but I feel like it spreads like all the way down here throughout the day. Once I started using this, that wasn't happening anymore. And if you don't have oily skin, you don't have to get the No More Shine one. They have, I think, a total of 6 different ones you can get, whether you just want your makeup to stay on all day, whether you want to help with dry skin, with oily skin. There's one that's called Dance, which is really cool because it's for really active, sportsy people that might sweat a lot, and it's going to keep their makeup on. But anyways, so what you do is you shake this up, and I don't know if I already said this, but if I did, bear with me. You spray it on 2 times before your makeup and then 2 times after. So I'm just going to hold this about this far away from my face and do 2 sprays. Okay, that was 3, but whatever. I like spraying it. Okay, so now I am just going to kind of fan it off a little bit. And you can apply your makeup right as soon as it dries. You don't have to, you know, wait a long time. Okay, so while this is drying, I just want to let you guys know that I used to carry blotting papers and powder around with me everywhere I went. And before I would walk in somewhere, I would always, without a fail, have to blot my face down and then set it again with powder and pray that by the end of whatever I was doing, my skin would not be completely greasy and shiny. You can tell when someone has really glowy, dewy skin. That's way different than having greasy, oily skin. Ever since I've been using this, I don't even carry blotting papers with me. I don't even have blotting papers. If you asked me to, you know, for a blotting paper, if you were out with me, I used to always have packs of them in my purse. I don't even have them anymore because this keeps my skin shine free throughout the entire day, and it keeps my makeup on, which is a huge plus. Okay, so now this is probably dry. I'm going to go ahead and put on my foundation primer. Now, a foundation primer is definitely a luxury. You don't have to use it. I find that it does help keep my foundation on, and it makes it go on a little bit smoother. So this is the Lancome Perfecting Makeup Primer, Smoothing Effect, Oil-Free. You can tell I've used quite a bit of it. It's down to there, and I really like this. Now I just use one pump, so like this. I find that a lot of foundation primers actually break me out, and this is one that I have found that does not break me out, and it's for all skin types, so whether you have oily skin or dry skin. So I start and I just rub this down my nose and then up on my forehead, around on my chin, just kind of get my entire face. Now I let that set for just a second while I get my foundation ready, and the foundation that I am showing you today is the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation, best full coverage foundation in the whole entire world, you guys. So this foundation was actually created to look like your natural skin but still be full coverage. So you're not gonna get that cakey effect. It really does look just like my skin. I'm in the color Rose Ivory. It doesn't match me perfectly, but I find that I'm able to blend it into my skin. And I have been using this for almost a year. I found it last February, used it ever since. And I have tried it with every single brush. I've tried it with all different foundation brushes and all this stuff. And lately, to be honest, I've just been applying it with my fingers. I feel like it helps kind of melt it and blend it into the skin a little bit more. It doesn't look as caked on. So I just wanted to show you guys what I really do. So I'm not gonna sit here and be like, and then I take, you know, a 190 brush, because I don't. So you have to shake this up really well, and then I just squirt it directly onto my fingers, and I get about this much. So if you guys can see that, okay? And then I'm just going to rub this between my fingers and then pat this down my nose. Well, I guess that's like stripe, not pat. Across my face. I so just got it in my hair. Oh well. Okay, and then I start blending it in. Okay, so I have my foundation on right now, and as you guys can see, it really evens out my skin tone, takes a lot of the redness away. Now I still have concealer to put on, but it really does make my skin look a lot better. Over here, you can't really see my acne scarring. So I really love this foundation, but it still looks like my skin, which I love. So now I take my concealer, and this is the Laura Mercier, what is this called? Secret Concealer. Secret? Why is it a secret? It must have some secret ingredient. And this is in number 2. So I just use my finger with this again. Now you can use a brush if you'd like. I find that I've been using my finger lately. It works just as well for me. If you're doing this on someone else, I recommend using a brush, but if you're just doing it on your own face, using your finger is completely fine. So I start off and I put this underneath my eyes. So then I do the same thing over here. Then I take a little bit more and I do it on the sides of my nose where I get really red, which most women do. Over here. And then I conceal any problem areas. So I have one right here. Right here I have a pretty big one. So I'm gonna conceal there, conceal there. And I'm just patting the concealer on right now. I'm not actually blending it into my skin yet. And then I have some over here. Okay, and then I go in and I actually blend this into my skin. And I do this pretty quickly. I used to be like really into my foundation routine, and that was like my favorite part of my makeup to put on. I really just enjoyed using the different brushes and putting my foundation on and making my skin even and stuff. And lately, to be honest, you guys, I have just been throwing it on, you know, using my fingers and just trying to get it on as quickly as I can. Something that I forgot to do, and it's probably just because I'm filming, but I do it every day, is with whatever is left over on my fingers from doing my foundation on my face. I just got a little bit more just to show you guys, but normally it's whatever's left over on my fingers. I'm going to work down into my neck just so all the colors kind of match. And if I was wearing a low shirt, I may even work this down onto my chest just so that all the colors kind of go together and they work. Now, my lighting isn't great right now, but I am pretty much one color, so that is good. Okay, so now I just make sure that I have blended everything together. Now it's time to set this. The other thing that I absolutely love about this foundation is that it's for oily and dry skin. If you have dry skin, you actually don't have to set it. It kind of turns a little bit into a powder on its own, because my mom has dry skin and my sister has dry skin. Both of them use this, and my mom actually doesn't set it with powder. She just sets it down her nose a little bit with powder, but like over here, she doesn't put any powder on at all. Since I have oily skin, I am going to set it with powder, and I actually set it with a Nars powder foundation. I'm in the color Fiji, for those of you who are wondering, and I have used quite a bit of this, and I will be using all of it. This is my second thing of this. Now, the reason I set this with a powder foundation instead of just a translucent powder, just a powder, is because I find it gives me a little bit more coverage, and it keeps this on all day, and this gives me a little bit of color because this is really, really washed out, whereas this is a little bit darker than my skin. So the brush I've been using with this is an Ava Anderson powder brush. I have used every different brush with this. Really, you just need a big fluffy brush. So I pack this onto my brush, and it's kind of hard for me to get it on when I don't have that much left in the little tin thing. But now I'm just going to rub this over my cheeks, my chin, on my nose, and on my forehead. Now I would go into doing my brows, and then I would do my bronzer and my blush, and then I would do my eye makeup. Alright, so I went ahead and I spent a couple minutes to finish up my makeup so that I could show you guys the last step, which is a really important step in keeping my skin matte all day. So I'm going to take my spray again, shake it up. Now it says you can spray it 2 to 4 times, so I kind of just go by the feel, but most of the time it's about 2 times. So I'm going to hold it about 8 to 10 inches away from my face again and spray. So the first time I actually sprayed this after I had done my makeup, I was terrified because I was like, I just spent time doing my makeup, and now I'm going to spray something on it that might make my mascara run, it might make my eyeliner run. I have really sensitive eyes and I wear contacts. I was like, I'm scared to spray this, you know, no. But I did anyways, and I promise you it's not going to make your makeup run. It's going to dry in a couple seconds. I can already feel it drying, and it's also kind of has a cooling sensation. I feel like this would be really good during the summertime. Like, I would just carry that around with me and spray it because it's not going to mess up your makeup or anything. It says you can spray once daily or as needed, so you can spray it more times. And Teddy, what are you doing? What is the dog doing? He's like clawing, trying to make himself a bed. You're so cute. Anyways, yeah, so I was scared to spray it the first time, but I promise it doesn't make your mascara run or anything like that. It's good for sensitive eyes and sensitive skin and stuff. So that is my last step. That is going to seal all of my makeup in, hold it on for up to 16 hours. What are you doing, dog? He's like a little, I don't know what type of animal like digs in the grass or digs in the sand or digs in the sheets, I don't know. Okay, so that was my foundation routine. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I really like how with this foundation and the powder I use and all that type of stuff, if you have oily skin or dry skin, you can use this. There are a couple products you might want to tweak. Like, you might not want to get the oily skin Scandinavia spray. You might want to get the dry skin or the normal skin or the active one. You might not need as full of coverage as I have, so you might not need a powder foundation to set your foundation. You might just need a translucent powder. If you have dry skin, you might not need any powder. So yeah, that's my foundation routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is what I've been using for almost a year now, and I can't believe I hadn't done a foundation routine yet, but this is what I've been using, and I really, really, really love the finish it gives me. So there you go. If you guys want to leave a foundation routine in the video response below, I would love to see what you guys do. I'm always looking for kind of new products to use and stuff. If you can't leave a video response for any reason, feel free to leave it in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.